Hello everyone and welcome to EduTap. So I hope you all are doing well. We are on day 5 of November 2021 daily general awareness video, and these are the topics which we'll be covering today. So we'll be talking about all these topics in this one session, and to cover this in a short frame time, we'll be focusing mostly on the important questions that could be framed from the news. So guys, I would like to request you all to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates, and join our Telegram channel through which you will be getting the PDF for our sessions along with and the link for the Telegram channel which will redirect you directly to the PDF is in the description box below. And guys, today is the last day to avail the 40 and additional 10% off on our courses by using code Diwali on our website. So make use of this offer. Now guys, starting on with the session, the first question is that recently which company has partnered with Lawrence Cadell Agro Processing India, that is LEAF, to launch the digital platform called LEAF Farmer Network? The options are BharatPe, MasterCard, HSBC India, PayPal or Visa. The right answer is MasterCard. So MasterCard has partnered with Lawrence Agro Processing India, that is LEAF, to launch a digital platform called LEAF Farmer Network. So these are the three names which you will have to remember, right? MasterCard, Lawrence Cadell Agro Processing India, that is LEAF, and third, LEAF Farmer Network. Now what is the aim of this LEAF Farmer Network? The aim is to improve financial access and increase the inclusion among farmers in India, right? How will they do that? They will be providing farmers a platform to negotiate for price with complete transparency and manage end-to-end logistics with quality control. So basically this is the aim of LEAF Farmer Network, and this will be the objective of LEAF Farmer Network. I hope this is clear. Remember these three words firstly: LEAF Farmer Network, Lawrence Agro Processing India and MasterCard. I hope this is clear guys. Moving on to the next question, that is, who among the following has been appointed as the NCLT president? The options are Pankaj Mittal, Raghvendra Singh Chauhan, Dhirubhai Narenbhai Patel, Ramalingan Sudhakar or L. Narayan Swamy. The right answer is Ramalingan Sudhakar. So the government has appointed Justice Ashok Bhushan, who is the former judge of Supreme Court, as chairperson of the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. Guys, these are two different appointments. Do look at the difference over here. And Justice Ramalingan Sudhakar, former Chief Justice of Manipur High Court, as the President of National Company Law Tribunal. So this is NCLT. This is NCLAT, right? The chairperson of NCLAT, that is NCLAT, is Ashok Bhushan, and the president of NCLT, that is National Company Law Tribunal, is Ramalingan Sudhakar. I hope this is clear. Two different appointments, very similar names, very similar positions you could say in terms of the names. But remember, Ramalingan Sudhakar is the president of NCLT and Justice Ashok Bhushan is the chairperson of NCLAT. So do remember these two appointments. Moving on next, Government of India, the Government of Meghalaya and the World Bank has signed an MOU for health project for Meghalaya, right? What amount will be provided for this project? The options are $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, $40 million or $50 million. The right answer is $40 million. So the Government of India and the Government of Meghalaya and the World Bank have signed a 40 million health project for the state of Meghalaya. Now obviously World Bank will be providing these funds to Government of Meghalaya to upgrade the quality of health services and strengthen the state's capacity to handle future health emergencies. Right guys? An important MOU in healthcare sector between Meghalaya and World Bank. Right? Moving on next, Union Education Minister has launched the Bhasha Sangam initiative for schools. How many languages will be taught under it? We are talking about the Bhasha Sangam initiative. It has been launched by Union Education Minister, and the question is that how many languages will be taught under this initiative? The options are 2018, 22, 12 or 7. The right answer is 22. So Bhasha Sangam, remember the name of the initiative, that is very important, is an initiative by Ministry of Education under Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat, right? And the aim is to teach basic sentences of everyday usage in 22 Indian languages. The idea behind this initiative is that people should acquire basic conversational skills in an Indian language other than their mother tongue. Now we know India has a diverse culture and different regions have their different mother tongues. Now, in order to bridge that communication gap between two people of different regions, the government has come up with this Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat initiative, and to accomplish its goals, Bharsha Sangam is an initiative that has been launched in schools, and it will be teaching 22 Indian languages with daily communication things which we say in our day-to-day life. So this is a really interesting initiative, guys. I hope this is clear. Now moving on to the next topic, that is recently, along with National Legal Services Authority, has launched India Legal Awareness, Pan-India Legal Awareness Program. So who, along with National Legal Services Authority, has launched an Pan-India Legal Awareness Program? The options are Law Commission of India, Niti Aayog, Central Vigilance Commission, National Human Rights Commission of India or National Commission for Women. The right answer is National Commission for Women. Now, National Commission for Women, that is NCW, along with National Legal Services Authority, NALSA, has launched a Pan-India Legal Awareness for Women. And guys, this is the aim of this initiative. You can pause the video or you can go through the PDF to go through this. Now moving on, next we have that who among the following has been elected as the CEO of Barclays? The options are Don Fitzpatrick, Ashok V. Vaswani, C. Venkateshwaran, J. Staley or Muhammad A.L. Ryan. The right answer is C.S. Venkatkrishnan. Now, why are we covering this? Well, Mysore-born C.S. Venkatkrishnan has replaced J. Staley as Barclays CEO after J. Staley stepped down on Monday. Right now, Barclays is Britain's third biggest bank by market value. So we are talking about Britain's third biggest bank by market value, and his CEO is an Mysore-born person whose name is C.S. Venkatkrishnan. So right, this makes this really important from exam point of view. Now moving on to the next topic, which bank has won the top organization with innovative HR practices award at the Asian Pacific HRM Congress? The options are Axis Bank, Bandhan Bank, HDFC Bank, Karnataka Bank or ICICI Bank. The right answer is Karnataka Bank. So Karnataka Bank has been conferred the prestigious top organizations with innovative HR practices. What are HR practices? Well, human resources practices. And they have been awarded at the 19th edition of Asia Pacific HRM Congress held at Bangalore. So remember, this will also be important that it was held at Bangalore. Now moving on, next, which organization has collaborated with Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare to organize the National Conference of International Year of Fruits and Vegetables? So we are talking about International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, and which of the following organizations have collaborated to organize this event? The options are UN Food and Agriculture Organization, Food Corporation of India, International Fund for Agriculture Development, Niti Aayog or FSSAI. The right answer is UN Food and Agriculture Organization. So Agriculture Minister addressed the national conference. Guys, since it is a national conference, it is really important for us to cover, and it was on the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables organized by the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Farmers Welfare in collaboration with Food and Agricultural Organization of United Nations, that is FAO. Now what was the theme of this conference? The theme was awareness about the nutritional benefits of fruits and vegetables for balanced and healthy diet and lifestyle. I hope this is clear, guys. So moving on to the next topic, recently who has been reappointed as the RBI governor? I know a bit late, but still very important to cover. Most of you already know who is that Shakti Kanta Das has been reappointed as the RBI governor for a tenure of 3 years from December 2021. So, current RBI governor has been reappointed for a tenure of next 3 years as well. So guys, this was it for today's session. Thank you very much for joining in. Signing off, Devanshu Gupta.